Hey guys, Legallockpicker here. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button while you're watching so you can catch up. And if you want to see more, make sure you stick around. Don't forget that we still have the multi-pick and lockpick world 1000 subscriber giveaway going on right now. All you have to do is leave your comment on the video today and tell me what you liked about the Ridgeback set here from Lock Tools. Let me know if this is something that you would get or considering to get, or if you have it, let me know if you like it. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, what I'm going to do is pick one at random, and then I'm going to pick the comment with the most likes, and they are going to win the large jackpot. And I'll go over that stuff in a future video. But for now, I'd like to say one thing to Helpful Lockpicker. You guys know that his account was terminated a few days ago. He just got that back this morning, and I want to say welcome back. And I appreciate everybody's support out there who was reaching out to him and pretty much saying thank you for all your help, and you know, we're going to stand with you on this. But he is back, so let's get into this. I've got everything laid out the best that I can. I'll tell you right now, there's a ton of tools in here. So that's why the video is zoomed out as much as possible. This right here is the typical Lock Tools pouch here. It's pretty big. If you are familiar with the Sparrow set, just for a comparison, this is the difference. This is the size difference in these. You're also getting a lot more in this set than you do in the Sparrows one. Once you open it up, whoop, there it is. It's very well made. The stitching is well done. It's Velcro, as you can see here. And they have to make it this big because it fits a lot of tools. So it's pretty cool. It does fit in your pocket. It's convenient, and it's definitely something you want to hang on to. If you enjoy pouches that you put your picks in, which is pretty cool. Okay, so as you can see, these are the tools in front of you. I wanted to make sure I got a good reading on them, and I got to put them under the lock for a while so I could give you my honest feedback. This right here is the invoice for it. One Ridgeback set here comes to a total of 80 pounds plus flat rate shipping to America, which is £9.50, so it was £89.50. So that's 117 US dollars and 58 cents. So what I did was a little bit of math here. If you wanted to get just the pouch alone off of the Lock Tools website, it was 19 American dollars and 67 cents. So we're just going to round up and say 20 bucks for the pouch. We take that 20 bucks for the pouch and subtract it from 117.58, and what we end up with is $97.58. You know, give or take 50 cents because we rounded on the first number. And because there are 25 pieces in this set, we're going to remove one for the pouch. So now we're at 24 pieces. So $97.58 divided by 24 is $4 each, roughly. Again, a couple of cents off. So that means you're spending $4 per each individual item. If that includes the top of the keyway tension and the bottom of the keyway tension tools. So 24 pieces, $4 for each piece. That's really not a bad. That's not a bad price for them per pick, especially for what you're actually getting in the case itself. And if you were to buy them individually on the site, it would be £4 each and not $4 each. So it's a really good deal, especially if you're first starting out. Like I said before, there are 25 pieces here, one being the pouch. That means there's 18 picks. There are 4 top of the keyway tension bars and 3 tapered bottom of the keyway tension bars. We'll do the top of the keyway first. So I'll just pull these out real quick. These are the Lock Tools special top of the keyway tension tools here. They're standard in what they do. It's really important that you get yourself a top of the keyway tension tool, especially if you're going to pick more frequently and get into high security locks, because they do help, especially on keyways that don't give you as much room as you'd necessarily like to have. I'd like to stand out and say that I do like the Locksport top of the keyway tension bars. I'm not a paid advertiser for them or anything like that. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I like the fact that they have the little teeth under here. That way I can lock on to whichever, lock that I'm using it for. There is one thing I'd like to show you, and I'd like to show you that right off the rip, is they give you something called this is another top of the keyway tension bar, and I wouldn't want to drop this on your foot, you might break a toe. But so these other three are your standard top of the keyway tension bars. One's at 0.8 millimeters, the middle one is 1 millimeter, and then the one on the end, or excuse me, 1.2. So there's 0.8, then there's 1, then there's 1.2. So the left is 0.8, 1, and then 1.2. The Halligan bar is the name of the big one. It's 2 millimeters. Look at the size of that freaking thing. It's huge. It is huge. So I actually had to contact the owner and CEO of Lock Tools and ask what particular lock would this even fit in, because I've got hundreds of locks and I had a hard time finding what it would go in. And he got back to me and said they're really good for like security locks, medicos, and stuff like that. So with that being said, I pulled out one of my multi-locks here, and I said, I guess if I stick this thing in here like this, so now it takes up a chunk of space here, that means I could slide my dimple picks all the way in and out, and that would give me an open. And actually worked out pretty well. I did manage to get it open using this type of tension tool instead of the other Z bars. So it's actually, it worked out really nice. So thanks a lot for that, Andy. So if you get this set and you get to try this, you're not going to break it or anything like that, but make sure you have it for the right purposes. These are their single SPP single picks here for single pin picking. As you can see, they all have the Echo Wave type handle here. The original ones you can see that I put this shrink wrap on it here, and that's what I would use for the original picks because they didn't come with the design on them here. So what I did was I would put this shrink wrap on it, and you can see that now you don't need to do that. You can just use the pick and have a nice grip in the front, which is just amazing. And I say that because you really want to get the feedback of having an individual pick, or the feedback of having it without the handle, and things like that are really good for longer sessions and things like that. So they're really nice to have here. Let's try to get here in the reaches. They have, Lock Tools has different designs that they have from, I want to say professional pickologists, but they're more like engineers. You can see that they have, just a fantastic reach here, and that's really good to have. The original picks from Lock Tools, they had these sandwich handles here, and they made for like easier, longer sessions. And then you see how my hand just naturally rests on this crest here, so it feels good. But the difference is with these other ones here, for the especially the reach ones, is that you're able to have your fingers rest on the bottom here and on the top, and then if you have to put your fingers here like I normally do just to get a better feeling, you have that option available, and it's not going to affect how the pick works, and that's just fantastic. Let's get into this one here. So Lock Tools had these octo rakes and cycloid and cycloid rakes and things like that recently, and I think because they were so successful, that's why they had the handles for the rest of them here. So if you, and I actually had a question about this recently. This is a regular Peterson wave here, and cycloid, syncloid. I'm not sure what each different brand calls it, but they have the same profile. And the difference is, besides this plastic part that they squeeze onto theirs here, you have a lot more room to play with on the Law Lock Tools one than you do on the Peterson one. So even if you wanted to file that off or shrink it or whatever you wanted to do, you still have more room to play with. One of the big differences here is if we're going to put them together at the exact same frame here, that way you can look at them. Do you see the difference here, how this one is tapered more towards the top of it than this is here? They have this stamp on all the Peterson hooks and things like that right here. I don't know why they do that, but it causes the picks to break at a significantly faster rate than the other ones do, and that's just not good. Here are more of them. They give you in different wave lengths and sizes, so that way whichever frequency you need them at, you can have them at. Each pick is at 0.025 thousandths of an inch, or if you're a millimeter guy, that means they would be 0.635 millimeters. These are all 301 stainless, high yield. They are, let's see, they are magnetic, of course, based on the way they manufacture these. It has no, if you want to demagnetize them, you can do that, but again, it's going to have no real measure on the picks and pins themselves. This is right here, right next to their city rake. This is my first type of pick that I purchased from All Lock Tools when they were first starting out. This was the original Nessie pick. Once I got the regular one without the handle, I put my logo and things like that on the Nessie here, and I give these out to winners of giveaways and stuff like that. But if you notice where I put the adhesive here, do you see how I put that sign right over this part? Now that they have this part here, I wouldn't need to have that there. So that's just something really cool to think about. And while I was using this Nessie pick, these things come with the bottom of the keyway. I think 2 are tapered and 1's not tapered, and they come in 2, 2.5, and 3 millimeter thicknesses here. So these are really cool. And what I did to test out the Nessie pick on these bottom of the keyway tension tools right here, I used a Brinks lock, and I stuck the bottom of the keyway tension bar in, stuck the Nessie pick in, and I pulled this down as hard as I possibly could, and was trying to see how much damage I could do to the pick before I snapped the bottom tool or broke the pick. And what ended up happening first was I popped the cap off the back of the lock, the springs and pins flew everywhere, and that was the end of that. So I beat the hell out of the lock, and the pick survived. So congratulations, Andy. I really did want to find something wrong with the set, and just to try to be as fair and objective as possible, because people make purchases based off of opinions and reviews, so it's very important that we try to be as honest as possible when doing this. But if you're thinking about getting a beginner set right after you get your 12-piece set, I would suggest that this one or the Valorian set, I mean, there's just no question about the value or validity of this. At $4 each, less the case, it's worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a comment and share this so other people can enjoy it as much as you did. We still have those giveaways going on, so make sure you leave a comment and let me know what you think about this set below. We'll get into that as well. Don't forget to check back on Friday, because we are going to have a giveaway on Friday, and I hope to see you then, guys. Have a great day.